This is rule number one in real estate development. Actually, you never close on a piece of property until you get all of your entitlements and permits. Never, ever, ever buy a piece of land until you get all of your entitlements, all your permits, so you're ready to break ground. There are some exceptions if you're in a very competitive environment, unique situation, and you know, worst case scenario, you can do something to where you're going to protect your value. But even then, avoid closing on land until you get all of your permits so that you can build what you want to build, what you think you can build, and what your initial feasibility study period tells you can build. You're talking about highest and best use. So highest and best use, number one, if you don't know, you can hire an appraiser, an MAI appraiser, Master Institute of Appraisers. You always want an MAI appraiser for commercial appraisals. That's what banks make you get. But as a real estate developer, you can hire an appraiser to give you a highest and best use study. And what they will do is they will go out and they'll look at the area. They'll look at, okay, where's the land? What is the topography? What is it surrounded by? What is this community missing? What does it need? Does it need a dental office, doctor office? Does it need a coffee shop? Does it need a Chipotle? What are the needs of this community? What do the demographics look like? What do the incomes look like? If you want to build a gas station for Wawa and lease it out to them, well, they need a certain traffic count. They need a certain income, and they need a certain amount of population, or a CVS or Starbucks, Chipotle, haircut, Pets Plus, whatever. Any of those types of uses, medical, dental, professional, office, whatever it's going to be, co-working space, all of those factors come into play. Does it need to be apartment? Does it need to be self-storage? So you always look at, number one, the demographics. What's your population base around it? Number two, what's the income levels around it? Number three, what is needed in the area? Will the area absorb the space that you're looking to bring online, whether it's commercial or residential? It could be housing, it could be commercial space. And again, you can get this information formally from an appraiser. You can talk to commercial real estate brokers, not the listing broker because they want to sell you the property, but other people that represent tenants. You want tenant representation, if it's office, retail, medical, dental, whatever, people that rep those clients. Hey, do you have anybody looking for space over in this area? What are they paying? What are the going rate? Commercial brokers are a great network to have in terms of what's needed where. You can also look at planning departments. Generally, most cities and counties have a website where they have projects that are coming online and projects that are in the approval process. So you can kind of see what's coming and what kind of capacity is coming online that you're going to make sure that you have the absorption rates that you're going to need for that. So those are just some of the ways. There's always networking groups of real estate developers and development, economic development committees that meet in your areas that you can go and start networking with people and kind of get an idea of what's going on. But at the end of the day, you got to have the population, you got to have the demographics, you got to have the traffic counts. Not every development is right for every property, and not every property is right for every development. So don't try to get this grandiose vision that, hey, I've always wanted to do this thing and I'm just going to find any piece of land and do it. That's where you go wrong. What you want to do is you want to find what the demand is and you want to fill that demand, right? So if you're a restaurateur, you want to go where you've got the hungriest population, right? If I said, hey, I'll give you two restaurants, one, you can have the best product in the world, or two, you can have the highest traffic count, which one are you going to take? You're going to take the highest traffic count, because if you've got a hungry audience, you can sell them whatever you got. So always remember that. Find the demand and fill that demand.